Ethan Walker was a man who had learned to live with grief, or at least survive beside it. Ever since his wife, Laura, had passed away in a tragic car accident 3 years ago, life had become mechanical. Wake up, care for his 8-year-old daughter Chloe, go to work, come home, repeat. Chloe missed her mother deeply, but Ethan had done everything he could to keep her world safe and warm. Still, there were moments, especially during quiet dinners or school events, where her eyes searched the crowd, as if hoping to see Laura's familiar face. One rainy Sunday afternoon, Ethan and Chloe stopped by a small roadside diner while traveling through a neighboring town. It was the kind of place you only found by accident: cozy booths, the scent of coffee and pie, and the hum of old songs playing from a jukebox in the corner. Chloe slid into the booth and looked around curiously, while Ethan scanned the menu. Then suddenly she gasped. "Dad," she whispered, tugging at his sleeve. "That waitress. She looks just like Mom." Ethan chuckled softly, not looking up right away. "Sweetheart, I know you miss her, but—" "No, Dad. Look." He turned around and froze. Standing just a few feet away was a woman carrying a tray, smiling politely at the customers. She had Laura's eyes, Laura's hair, even her posture. Ethan's heart skipped a beat. For a terrifying moment, it felt like the universe had folded in on itself. But no, Laura was gone. This couldn't be. When the woman reached their table, her voice was softer, her tone different, but her face still held an uncanny resemblance. "Hi there, what can I get for you two today?" she asked with a warm smile. Chloe stared in awe, while Ethan stumbled over his words. As they ordered, Ethan learned her name was Elise. She had moved to the area recently and worked at the diner while studying part-time. Curious, Ethan cautiously mentioned the resemblance. Elise looked surprised, and then something even stranger happened. She asked to see a photo of Laura. When Ethan showed her, Elise's eyes welled up. I think that's my birth mother," she whispered. The air went still. Elise explained that she'd been adopted as a baby and had only recently begun looking into her biological roots. She discovered she had a half-sibling somewhere, and that her birth mother had passed years ago, details that eerily aligned with Laura's story. A DNA test later confirmed the impossible truth. Elise was Laura's daughter from a time before she met Ethan, a secret she had never shared. Laura had been forced to give her up when she was just a teenager. Suddenly, Chloe had a big sister. Ethan had a piece of Laura he never knew existed. What began as an eerie resemblance in a small diner turned into an emotional reunion that filled a missing part of their hearts. The grief didn't disappear, but something beautiful grew from it: connection, healing, and the discovery that even in loss, life has a way of bringing people home.